Hello, welcome to Bullseye Wood. My name is Jason, and I'm going to show you what we have to offer for custom cabinetry. We do build all of our cabinetry locally in our shop in Tyson's Corner. We do an all-wood cabinet, and we can do any size that's required. Most companies are 3-inch increments. If you need a 28.5-inch cabinet, we can actually build that for you. Our drawers are full extension. You'll notice that they have dovetail construction at the front and the rear of the drawer. The slides are undermount, which gives you the largest drawer possible. We do all kinds of different inserts. This one is for spice. We generally don't suggest this particular insert that often because it does use up an entire drawer, and it is only designed to hold one size spice. So if you have large Costco spices, there are other methods that may be better than this one. All of our drawers are soft close. Our doors are standard soft close, but you can also get a standard hinge that you can just close yourself if you prefer that. We offer pullouts on the interior of our cabinetry. You'll notice that there are grooves on the sides here, and you can actually move these up and down yourself, so you're not stuck in one location. Lots of companies will drill these into the side and you're stuck where they are. These are also full extension and undermount, also soft close. This is our standard height, which most people are fine with, but you can also do pretty much any height you want. This is just a 4-inch versus the 2-inch here, and it has a hand pull. What you will not find in most of our cabinetry is a center stile. Generally, this would not be here, and you would have full access to the cabinet. The only reason why this one has a center stile is because we have a very heavy sink on top of it. We offer the ability to panel your panel-ready appliances. This is a panel-ready dishwasher. I'm just going to show you the interior of one of our wall cabinets. Again, you'll notice that there's no center stile here. Toe kick is a wasted area in the kitchen, so we like to try to use every available space. This is what we call our toe kick pet food. This is not something that we generally suggest, particularly if you have food motivated pets, because they will scratch at that. We also have a toe kick step stool, so you can get up to those higher cabinets. And at the end here, I have a toe kick drawer. You can see that I have a dustbin in here, but the larger the drawers, with a larger drawer base, you can fit cutting boards, cookie sheets, and all sorts of other things. This is our 3-drawered unit. You'll notice at the top we have a insert for silverware. In the center we have a bread drawer, and then we just have the standard drawer at the bottom there. This is one of the many wood hoods that we offer. They're all different types of styles, and of course you're not stuck with doing wood. If you prefer stainless steel, you can always do that as well. There are 2 types of cabinetry: inset and overlay. I'm going to explain the difference to you. You'll notice that the drawer front and door front on the overlay actually sit on top of the face frame, where the inset door and drawer fronts sit within the face frame, so it provides a nice clean look. There are a few things that you should be aware of, the differences between the two beyond that, and you'll notice that with the inset, in certain areas, the doors and drawer fronts will come out, and in other areas they might go in a little bit. It's not gonna ever be 100% perfect. Most people don't mind that. However, if that particular thing would actually bother you, the overlay is a lot more forgiving. One other thing I'd also like to point out to you that we do here at Bullseye, we provide what they call a extended face frame. Now what that means is the face frame will continue on, and this is where you would scribe that face frame to the wall. So it provides a nice built-in clean look versus using a piece of filler that creates more lines. This vignette is inset cabinetry with a shaker door. Again, I just want to point out that you'll notice that the doors and drawers don't always line up perfectly with a face frame, and that is what does happen to wood because it does move and shift, particularly with going from hot to cold. There are some other things that I want to show you in this vignette. We've got a interesting way to do pots and lids. This is also soft close. Generally, when we do this, we actually use an entire cabinet. So you would have a full door like over here. In this full door, I do have a mixer lift. This is not something that we do very often. Generally, if we have a very avid baker, that's the way we usually would go to install one. And the reason we don't install this very often is because you'll notice that it takes up an entire cabinet. So one appliance for one whole cabinet. So it is an awfully large commitment, particularly if you have a small kitchen. One other fun thing that we have at the end here is a small vac. What you do is you sweep up your mess that you've put on the floor by accident, and I'm not going to turn it on because it's quite loud, but you just kick this with your foot and it sucks it right in. You'll notice when you pull it out, it is just a small vacuum cleaner bag, so it's not the expense of a central vac, but the same idea. This vignette, you'll notice, is overlay cabinetry. I'd like to show you a larger version of our pullouts. So this is a 36-inch cabinet, so you'll just note that the pullout is obviously much larger, which is great for pots and pans. We also have a knife block as an insert here. This is something that you can choose to do. And then something that we also offer is these legs are actually hidden spice racks that pull out. And these are great if you have larger spices or oils because all of these can be moved up and down. And this on the other side is just another spice rack. You do have two other options. You can also do vertical storage, or you can do a utensil holder with some spice racks that I'll show you in just a moment. In this vignette, we have overlay cabinetry in a slab door with knotty cherry. We have a built-in paneled refrigerator. This is our Sub-Zero that's been paneled with freezer drawers on the bottom. We have a trash can right next to that. It's 18 inches, double trash can. You'll notice that it uses up all of the space and doesn't waste any space, which is of course very important in any kitchen. It also allows for a drawer to be on top of that. Right next to it, we have a paneled warming drawer. And underneath we have a large drawer for pots and a smaller drawer for lids. And we also have, of course, the oven and built-in microwave. Code requires 36 inches between countertops, so if space is an issue in your kitchen, we can offer you a furniture style island such as this. You'll notice that this has legs at all four corners. There are several different styles of legs. This is one. This is another that we often use, but we have many, many, many more selections that you can choose from. These are just our two most popular. There are all different types of furniture style islands. You'll notice this one has a nice shelf at the base. We have a nice big drawer. On top here we have stone, but you can also select a wood top if you prefer. In this vignette we have inset cabinetry. You'll notice that we have some glass doors here with curved mullions. There are all different types of mullions that you can choose. If you do a curved one, that does add quite a bit of price to it. Often we don't do any mullions at all, and we'll do just glass. And the reason for that is if you do mullions in straight lines, they often will not match the shelves. They will line up just a little above or a little bit below, and to me and some other folks, that's a little bit annoying. Also, when you do glass cabinetry, you'll notice we have everything perfect in here, and that's how a lot of people like to have stuff. So sometimes some kitchens, glass just doesn't work for that reason. Right next to it, we have a very tall spice. This is basically the exact same spice that you saw in a previous vignette. These also move up and down as you see fit, and you're able to have some vertical storage on top. Next to that, we have what we call a reverse pantry. There are two ways to do the pantry. You can have the small doors on the bottom, as we do here, or small doors on the top with the large doors on the bottom. Generally, in all of our pantries, we provide 4 pullouts. I have 2 in the bottom here, and then 2 on the top with shelves above those pullouts. We generally don't go any higher with pullouts than this because as they get over your head, they become a danger. You'll notice this is the standard pantry, and you'll see just how much you can actually fit in the pantry. It's pretty amazing. One of the nice things we do like to point out to people is that whenever you do use the pullouts, it's very convenient because you can access everything in the back easily. You can also see what you have, so you don't end up with 20 of the same items because they've been hiding in the back the whole time. You'll also note again that you can move these up and down as you see fit. You can also add, if you use a lot of canned goods and you wanted to add another pullout, you can certainly do that as well. This vignette is overlay, and you'll notice that it has some floating shelves here. We can do floating shelves in any width or height that you want. These are pretty thick. We often just do a 2.5 inch, which is obviously much thinner than what you're seeing here. You can also do any of our cabinetry in any stain or any paint color that you want. Since we do our own work and we have our own shop, the sky's the limit when it comes to your wood selection, your color selection, and of course, we can do pretty much any custom cabinetry that you need. Something else I'd like to show that you can do at sinks when it is not inset. You can only do this on an overlay kitchen, or cabinet rather. We can do a tilt out, which is great in the kitchen for sponges. In the bathroom, you could use it for toothpaste, floss, and whatever else you might want to. We do install our tilt outs with Velcro, so you can pull the interiors out and wash those because they tend to get a little yucky after a while. And you can just throw them right in the dishwasher. One last thing that I want to show you is often what we'll do, instead of putting a switch on the wall for your disposal, we'll actually put what you call an air switch, and it's just a button in the countertop that you push to turn on the disposal, on and off. And one of the advantages for that is when you are using the disposal, your hands are wet. There is no electricity directly connected to this. It's actually controlled by a puff of air that goes to a controller box. So there's no chance of electric shock. It's also just a cleaner, prettier look. It won't put another odd object in your backsplash, which is it's just a cleaner look. This is one of our standard vanities, which you can, of course, get in any door style of your choice in any color. This is a false panel on this particular vanity, but in the previous vignette, I showed you the tilt out, which you could opt to have here if you chose. We have two operable drawers underneath that false panel and a door with additional storage. At Bullseye Wood, we offer hundreds of styles of doors, but today I'm going to show you our most popular. I'm going to start with recessed panel doors. And that just means that this center panel is recessed. The first door that we're looking at is a standard shaker door, and it has a square edge, which is referred to as a machine edge, and a square bead. The second door is an updated version of the shaker, and it has an eased edge, and you'll notice that this is just a slight beveled edge. The next door is what we refer to as the Crawford, and you'll notice it has a machine edge, and it's got this slight inset square. And then this door that we're looking at is a applied molding door. So this is actually applied molding here. These are our most popular raised panel doors. We also offer a cross buck door, which has been quite popular recently. Here at Bullseye Wood, we offer many standard finishes, several different paints, and many different stains. You'll note we've got stains on cherry here and stains on maple here, but we do work with many other different types of wood, such as alder or walnut, and many, many more. If you don't like our standards, you're not stuck with those. We have a whole fan deck here of many, many different paint colors that you can choose from. We are very proud of our award-winning customer service and design that we know that we can bring to your project as well. Thank you for joining us today.